Hello there, hello there, hello there. It's about 11 o'clock in Arizona. I've been trying since 8, and things are looking hopeful. So, first and foremost, I want to thank you all for your kind words and, I guess suggestions. If I didn't write you back, I apologize. I'll just, give you a heart or give you a thumbs up. A lot of these questions I can't answer you because it's big, long stories of how I've done that and how that doesn't work. And, because our situation's a little different due to the homelessness and stuff like that. So I appreciate you. I totally appreciate you. It's just, I know you might think of it as, oh, she's out homeless. She has nothing else better to do and stuff like that. This is really hard on me sometimes. And I'm going to tell you why, and I'm going to tell you, and I've said it in other videos, so it's really no news, unless you haven't watched my other videos. So, he wants to play so bad, but you know what? He's going to have to wait just one moment. So, due to my son's hospitalizations, I had fought really hard for a case manager, and one is not available at all. You can't just suddenly get a case manager out of nowhere. So they told me I needed to apply for SMI, and by applying for SMI, I would get benefits such as prevention of homelessness, believe it or not, a case manager, housing, any type of mental services that I needed. First time I applied, I was denied, and you don't get money for it, by the way. You don't get any money for it. It's just services, to give you a little bit of help. And so the second time I went through, and so yeah, I'm severely mentally ill. You can probably tell by me crying all the time. But, if you're my friend and stuff in real life, you know that. You know that. Not that you know that, about the whole SMI thing, but you know that I'm not crazy or anything. I mean, if I was really that bad, I wouldn't be able to survive here. And if I didn't have your guys' support rooting me on, saying you can do it, you're strong, I wouldn't be able to either. He's hitting the thing with the tail. I think I see somebody coming, but I have to be careful with him. So I do have that diagnosis, and that's what changes a lot of stuff. I can go and just, do these applications and stuff, and then they give me a lot of trouble. They'll say, well, why aren't you going through your case manager? Why aren't you this? Why aren't you that? And I don't know what the stigma is about being SMI, but you can just have bad anxiety, that it's some type of medical situation that they think is going to last more than a year. And one of the reasons why I got on it, besides having CPTSD and obviously depression, it was because of all the things that my son was going through and how that affected me. And it wasn't going away, so that's why I was, pushed through with peace and kindness and just forget my hair. And so, yeah, so it is different. Services, I've called every service. I'm really resourceful. If I need food, I know how to get food. I know exactly where the Salvation Army is. They're wonderful there. I haven't been to this one yet, but I can do that type of stuff. They don't, every once in a while, Salvation Army has gas vouchers, but they don't at all right now. And when I did have a good caseworker, the very first one, just before we became homeless, she applied for gas cards for, for us, for our journey. And we didn't qualify because my son was still diagnosed unknown mood disorder, and it wasn't for mental health situations with children, even though, as you guys know, that mental health kills every single day, a lot to do with the stigma, a lot to do without, services and such. So we weren't, they would tell us what the criteria was, and it was mostly physical medical situations where you could get gas cards. It didn't have anything to do with mental health. Doesn't matter if I was on SMI, doesn't matter of all of his hospitalizations. It didn't matter anything. So that's where, I'm at. I'm going to update you on what's been happening today. Everything's going to go through. It's been a lot of phone calls, a lot of hanging up. I'm not going to waste your time by saying, how I got hung up on and how I had to wait an hour and a half and this and that and this. God, or, if you think of a higher power or whatever, got me on with the nicest man. And he pushed everything through. I now have medical insurance until September of 2024. It isn't switched over yet. It shows it in the system, but it takes about 72 hours to fully be in the system. So I'm going to call Monday afternoon. They're going to change it up to here. I'm sorry. I mean, I should just be grateful because everybody was nice today, but they're going to change it up to here. And then I'm going to have to get a whole new SMI, whatever. But I just have to look at it with positivity because Copa Health didn't help at all. There's no reason why we should be homeless. 3 housing specialists since we've been here, and then they have to train them first. It's not like they get a new one and, it's like 4 weeks training and stuff. So they've been unable to help. I know you guys give me a lot of resources and such and this and that, but at the end of the day, really, the only thing that's going to work right now is not a shelter, or I'll have to get rid of him. And you might think I'm a piece of shit if you're not a dog person, but he's the one he's my protector, he's my friend, even though he's extremely naughty, and even extremely naughty to me. And, besides being able to do these videos and you guys, rooting me on, he's the only thing that keeps me alive, and I'm not saying anything about unliving or anything like that. I'm just saying of just not being in depression 24 hours a day. I mean, my son's gone, I don't have any money. And a lot of that can just be, overtake everything. And it's been doing it lately, like it really has. I have to work really hard on positivity every single day. Regarding my food stamps, it wouldn't go through, but I am not fretting because God did put me on with a perfect person who gave me the ticket number. And then when I talked to the medical insurance people, which isn't the new medical plan, it's real complicated. They said that they could see it on their end and that there's actually people working on it right now. I said, because I'm homeless and I don't have $1,700 a month rent and stuff, are you going to take, it away, and give me like $50 or $100 for a month, or like, what are you going to do? And he says that we're still going to get the same amount. And if it clears today, hopefully it'll be on today or first thing in the morning, because I'm going to see my son for 4 hours tomorrow at Walmart again. And I'll be able to let him pick out just some of the things that he wants. And I don't even know why I'm crying, because things have been really going good today. Okay. May I have your nub? May I have blue? May I have one of them? May I have? He's guarding them with your life. And then he'll stick it in my face and then not let me have it. But I'm sorry if I'm not answering everybody back. If you've watched my videos right from the start, I kind of explain everything. I even explain the whole SMI situation and stuff. And please, people that know me and stuff, they'll tell me stuff like, I feel so bad for you and I feel so sorry for you and stuff, because I do a lot of service and I have for a long time, and I am a nice person. I only think there's one person ever that didn't like me. I didn't even know they didn't like me. But except exes, except one ex, one of them, and they're probably watching this video, and they're like really harmful. One of these days I'll tell you, since we've been homeless on the top of the mountain, one of the worst things was ever done or said to me from this person. And he hates me because I have custody of, or I won custody of our child together. But he's a lot older now. But it's all gonna work. It's all gonna work out. I'm starting to prepare for winter, and I know I'm even kind of warm right now, but more shall be revealed with that as well, because I know you probably think to yourself, like, you're not going to survive in the snow, and you know you can't drive on the snow, and you're scared, and there is a possibility that I am going to be able to live out here. I mean, not here, because I think they close it down because the snow gets so bad, but I'm just gonna, you know, just do my best. You know, and I still got a long time. It's like before I became homeless, I started preparing, you know. So it's like, if you ever wonder, like, how did she get the fairy light? I decided I was going to glamp for 2 weeks. I had no idea it was going to be 130 days. I had none. But really, nobody feels sorry for me, because this is beautiful, and it's pretty much a place I've always wanted to be. The only thing that really hurts me every day is my son, you know, and having to do what's right for him for his services, and maybe that was God's plan, so he could finally get all the things he needed. He just was finally diagnosed properly in May 12th or June 12th. I don't even know. It's been so long. I mean, it's been so short, it seems, but it's been so long. But everything's gonna be okay. Maybe I'll do a video later of an update of, guess what, I got fused. But I just kind of wanted to do it now because I feel bad about the people that are, you know, trying to give advice of, have you called this? Have you called that? Have you called this? And I don't want to sound rude at all. You know, I'm totally grateful, but, and I'm not even going to say but, I'm going to say however, it is a more complicated situation due to the SMI, and I have done everything. One person did, you know, email me with one place that I haven't called that's here, and they actually even called the place themselves, so I'm so fucking grateful. I don't want anybody to think that I'm being lazy or anything, but sometimes doing this stuff, you know, since 8 o'clock in the morning, having to tell all these people you're homeless, having to tell all these people this and that. I mean, luckily I've had really good people on the phone today. Sometimes I have to turn it off when it's time to turn it off, because it's like reliving trauma over and over again. There's only 2 days since I've been homeless where it's been so overwhelming that I like start blacking out of pain. And one was the day that they took my son, and the other was yesterday. And so I'm still kind of recovering from yesterday. So please don't ever think of that from me. So I am going to play with this on now. And yes, he has water, and yes, he has food. He always will. I'll always feed him before me. And yes, I have food. I don't have as much. I mean, I don't have anything fresh or anything. I think I have a salad. I don't even know if it's fresh anymore. But I have it's a great possibility that I am going to get all the food stamps today. And if not tomorrow, no matter what, I'm going to get them. But, and I have a whole tub filled with stuff. It's just, when I prepared to be homeless, I bought shit like, you know, Vienna sausages and, you know, stuff that I would never eat, you know, rations. You know, you know, I'm not going to say that we don't have anything. I mean, I could even make spaghetti if I wanted to. It's just kind of, I don't know. Maybe I will. I have eggs, but they've been in the cooler. They've been in the cooler for a little bit. Well, so I don't even know if they're good. So we'll see. I'm going to play with him, for him, even though I don't want to play, so. You know I don't want to play, so. Right? Right? When are you going to be an emotional support dog and give me kisses when I'm crying, huh? Instead of nibbles. Are you a nibbler? He says he's a nibbler. So I'm just going to have to be grateful for right now, grateful for today, and grateful for all your guys' love and all your guys' kindness. When it came to the address that they needed from me, I guess they said, oh, well, we just send it through the post office. So I don't even know, like, am I going to be able to get things through the post office? You know, are they just going to email me to pick stuff up? I mean, I said, can't you just send me through email? And they said no, so I don't understand. But I'm not going to worry about that now because I still have to call these people back and try to make that enough for today. And sometimes I'll still be on a roll. I'll be like, oh, I got to call one more person, or I got to do one more thing, or I got to answer one more email and stuff. And also I get emails all day long for things regarding my son or information that they need, which before they didn't want any information from me. Now they want information. And, you know, meetings. The last video I did about, you know, seeing my son, as soon as I got back, you know, I had another hour meeting with 7 freaking people. So sometimes this is just overwhelming, and the only reason why it's overwhelming is my son, and of course money, you know. And it's not even, of course, money, because I have some friends and they send a little here and they send a little there, and sometimes I mean, it hasn't been in like 30 days maybe, but you know, you guys sometimes send like 20 bucks, or you send $10, or I've even gotten $100 twice. I just can't even think, you know, but all that stuff really helps a lot. But yesterday I was thinking of home, you know, and I didn't like home, so it's not like that. I mean, when you're paying $1,700 a month and you're struggling so bad with your son in the hospital and nobody helping you, and you being mad because nobody will step up and help people that should be stepping up and helping, it was just overwhelming, you know. So I don't really miss home. I just miss my kids, and I miss being halfway normal. You know, I'm normal, but I mean, just like everybody else. And no, I'm not feeling sorry for myself. It's just, I mean, I have every right to feel this way, you know. So that's an update. That's just Kyrie, the Majestic Warrior King, and I think I'm gonna take Warrior out because he's continuously trying to be dominant, and I can't baby talk him anymore. I'm gonna say, Isha, give me your ball. That's ready. Isha, I want your ball. Isha, may I have the ball? See how he starts biting, like he doesn't care when I talk like that. So I'm gonna have to just be more firm. So if you've listened this far, thank you, and peace and love, and you know, all that great stuff. Okay, bye.